Alrighty, so I finally got my hands on the new iPhone 14 Pro. As you can see, this phone looks a lot different than the iPhone 13 Pro. The biggest difference, the new dynamic island. Take a look at that. And apparently it's extremely intuitive. So we're gonna get into the details of it all and let you know, is it worth it? Should we work it? Put it down, flip it, and reverse it? I joke. You're looking at the iconic Steve Jobs Theater. We are in the Bay Area for one of the biggest tech events of the entire year for one of the biggest tech companies in the entire world. You probably already know them. Apple. Hey, it's BG. Welcome to the BG Show. Before we go any further, I need you to do a few things like subscribe to this channel, tap that notification bell. Don't forget to follow us across all of our social media. The details are in the description below, and make sure to smash the like button. So come with me. We're literally steps away from the iconic Steve Jobs Theater. This is where we are going to have the announcement of some of the biggest tech updates that are coming for Apple, their new softwares, maybe their new products. We don't know what they're going to announce. We just know that we're here and we're going to give you all the details. So follow along for this exciting journey. By the way, I've never been here before, so it's my first time.
What's the move? Kinda wild out. As you move, she said, where you going? What's the move?
So the big Apple announcement has just concluded, and now everybody is rushing into this atrium over here to experience all of the new products. Let's go find out more. Anybody who has an iPhone Pro, you're going to notice that this area looks a lot different on the 14.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the iPhone 14 Pro, some big announcements, or do you consider them big?
Yeah, I think it was a relatively big day for Apple. A lot of announcements, more than we'd typically see at like one of these fall keynotes, that's for sure.
How do you feel about what they announced for the iPhone 14?
I think the iPhone 14 was a little not as exciting as maybe the Pro. The Pro, the big thing is that dynamic island, that little like line that changes. I think that's a really interesting mechanic, and it's not something we've seen from a smartphone manufacturer before. And it kind of takes the DNA of the Touch Bar from the MacBook Pro and it puts it on the iPhone in a very unique way.
How do you think that's going to be received by the public?
I think that it's going to work really well with Apple's apps, like their own apps. What I'm curious about is what third-party like app developers are going to do with it.
That's what I was wondering too.
So I have a lot of questions about that, and I'm sure there's a lot that are on board. Apple's really good at getting developers on board with new features with its operating system. So I have faith that it'll pan out. But that's the key thing is like it's going to work well with Apple stuff, but how is it going to work with third-party apps?
We got to talk about camera because everybody loves to take photos and videos with their iPhones. Did they hit the nail on the mark with this one?
There's upgrades. There's always upgrades. But I think for me...
You're giving me come see, come saw.
Yeah, like I got to try it, right? You know what I mean? Like every year Apple talks about how great the new camera is. And there is like a new 48 megapixel sensor. That's a big deal. Megapixels don't really do everything in terms of cameras. It's more about pixel binning, and that's something that Apple is doing now with its phones. So I got to get my hands on it. I got to try it. What they showed was certainly very impressive though.
So one thing that I've noticed is that everywhere you go here, people are smiling, people are happy, but there's also food everywhere. So yeah, thank you. I mean, if they're offering, I'm going to partake. Like, this is crazy. It actually feels like you're at a concert.
Right? Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
Okay, so now if you just hold your thumb on the back and press, like slide your finger up, you can control the volume with just touch. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting louder.
So can you hear the audio feedback?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Wow.
AirPods are my favorite. I'm a big music guy. Like I always have them in. I didn't think we were going to get new AirPods this year at this particular event, so I'm glad that we did. I tried them out in the venue, which I was surprised that we were able to try them out.
Rated out of 10.
I would give it a 9, I think. Yeah, I think I give them a 9. I tried the active noise cancellation.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Like everything that they said about how it really cancels noise it's way better than the current AirPods Pro.
I agree. I tried it out. I was like, it's giving. It's giving what it needed to give.
I didn't buy it at first either, right? Like I didn't think that they were going to be able to pull it off, and like I truly couldn't hear anything when I had them in.
I was looking during the presentation. They were saying that the charger port you can now use
the MagSafe Qi charger. You can now use that with the new AirPods Pro, which is it's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, so I just finished eating one of the snacks they have here. But take a look at all of the media that's inside of the Steve Jobs Theater. It is ram-packed in here, and this is people from all over the world. including Canada, because we're here. But I also want to show you this up here. That's the media camera riser. So this is where cameraman Burns will be. All of the international media and their cameras are up there. And then all of the influencers, reporters, you name it, they are all up in there. That's where I should be. I'll get in there soon, but I'm trying to enjoy this heat wave that's happening in California. Gonna come back extra chocolate. Number 1, temperature sensing. It's actually perfect for family planning. Number 2, a feature hopefully you don't have to use, crash detection. So if you get in a car crash, it's gonna check up on you to see if you're okay, and if you're not, it's gonna call 911. Number 3, low power mode. That's gonna give you up to 36 hours of battery life. And number 4, international roaming. So just like us, we left Canada, we're in America. It's gonna allow you to stay connected in even more places.
Yeah, so the Series 8, kind of lackluster, not super exciting. The SE, also not super exciting. The big one this year was the Ultra. It's their new like fitness, exercise focused wearable. It's a really interesting concept because it's Apple going after Garmin's market, like this exercise, adventurous, kind of outdoorsy sort of thing. It was bulky when I had it on my wrist. It still looks kind of cool at the same time, but I think it's going after a very specific audience, right? Like I don't think I'm gonna get one. I would just get the Series 8 or the Series 7, but it's Apple trying something different, and I think that's something we haven't seen from the company in a couple years.
So how would you rate this announcement?
I think I'd give the Ultra probably an 8 out of 10. It's an interesting new move for Apple. I'm curious how it pans out. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, now we're gonna do a quick thing. Cop or nah? Would you cop the new iPhone 14 Pro?
I would cop the Pro for sure.
Would you cop the new pair of AirPods?
I would cop the AirPods 100%.
Would you cop the 8 series Apple Watch?
That's a tough one.
No, because you would have said yes. You would have said yes.
Okay, I would cop that over the Ultra just because it fits more with my personality and like my style. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thanks so much, Patrick.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel. And listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.